So you're considering a move to Canada, but you're not sure what city is going to work best for you. Or you could be somebody living in the Greater Toronto area looking for a more inexpensive, laid-back lifestyle. Well, today we're going to be comparing two fantastic options of Ottawa, Ontario, and Kitchener-Waterloo. Let's get into the first category here, which is going to be location. Now, Ottawa, Ontario, the nation's capital, is going to be located further north than here in Kitchener-Waterloo. What you're going to get with that are colder winters, more snow, cooler summers, and more humidity. So in this category, the choice is clear. Kitchener-Waterloo definitely has the better location in my opinion. Not to mention you have the closer proximity to Toronto, the largest city within Canada, as well as the financial hub. Now, the second thing you might consider is what is the economy and job market in these two cities? Well, they couldn't be further from each other. In regards to Ottawa, of course, it's a government town, government jobs. Government is always going to be there. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. So yes, you're gonna have a slow, steady growth economy for years and years to come, as long as Canada is a country. Now, when it comes to Kitchener-Waterloo, it is more of a high growth city in my opinion, due to the tech industry. Kitchener-Waterloo has been dubbed the Silicon Valley of the North, or the Silicon Valley of Canada. Now, in this regard, there are some differences in terms of the average household income, Ottawa being higher than both Kitchener-Waterloo, with Ottawa having a household income of $130,000, the city of Kitchener just under $103,000, and the city of Waterloo nearly $128,000. In this category, I'm gonna give it a tie. I think in the future, if you're betting on a place to live where you're gonna have higher chance of growth, I think you're better off here in Kitchener-Waterloo. But at the same time, Ottawa does have higher incomes than here in Kitchener-Waterloo, so it's a wash. Now, the third thing we'll look at is what is the cost of living between these two cities. Looking at Nubio.com as our reference, if you're making $7,168, in Ottawa, you will need $6,600 for an equivalent lifestyle here in the city of Kitchener. So in this category, let's give the point to Kitchener-Waterloo. Now, the fourth thing, a specialty of mine, is real estate. And if you're looking to make a move here to the Waterloo region, I would be more than happy to help you out. You can book a call with me in the first link in the description, or call, text, or email. In regards to the real estate here, you're gonna be a little bit better off in Ottawa, slightly better. Looking at the August statistics, in the city of Ottawa, the average sold price was just over $658,000. In the city of Kitchener, it was just under $722,000. And in the city of Waterloo, it was just over $756,000. So in this category, in fact, let's give the point to Ottawa. Now, what does the infrastructure and transportation look like in these two cities? Well, in fact, I think I'm going to give the point to Kitchener-Waterloo, and I'm going to tell you why. The lost hours due to traffic is one of the lowest within Canada for cities over 100,000 people. Looking at Kitchener-Waterloo, the hours lost due to traffic was 97 compared to Ottawa, which was 123. Not to mention the LRT system is better equipped to handle the smaller population that we do have here in Kitchener-Waterloo. Ottawa does have an LRT system as well, but I think the LRT better serves the two cities rather than the one in Ottawa. Now, looking at the healthcare services, let's give the point here to Ottawa. In Kitchener-Waterloo, we're a little bit underserved in this regard, especially when it comes to hospital beds and hospitals. Yes, in fact, it's going to be a little bit worse off than Ottawa, so Ottawa is going to get the point in this category. Now, looking at the education, now Waterloo is definitely a city focused on education with two fantastic universities of both the Wilfrid Laurier University and the University of Waterloo. Laurier being a school geared towards business, a great business school there, as well as the University of Waterloo being geared more towards engineering and IT. Not to mention, you do have Conestoga College as well in Kitchener. Ottawa, you're going to have some great choices as well with Carleton University, but I think on the whole, per capita, per person, you're going to get better served here in terms of an education for the amount of population that we do have here in Kitchener-Waterloo. So in this category, we're going to give the point to Kitchener-Waterloo. Now the cultural and recreational activities. And a lot of times people think both cities are in fact very boring. Well, I don't think they're that boring, to be honest with you. Ottawa has fantastic cultural activities going out throughout the entire year. Not to mention you can skate on the Rideau Canal during the winter time. In Kitchener, we do have a lot of festivities here. One in particular that separates us from a lot of cities within Canada, probably within the world, is Oktoberfest. We have the largest Oktoberfest within Canada and the largest one outside of Germany. So in this category, I think Ottawa is going to be slightly more fun than Kitchener-Waterloo. Now, looking at the safety ratings of both cities, both incredibly safe. I've lived here my entire life here in the city of Kitchener, and I've had no problems in regards to safety. But looking at the stats, the crime severity index for the city of Ottawa was lower than Kitchener at 54.1. Kitchener-Waterloo was ranked 79.4. The lower the CSI, the more safe it is. So in this category, we're gonna give the point to the nation's capital. And finally, the future growth potential. I did highlight a little bit at the beginning of the video why Kitchener-Waterloo is going to be a better place, in fact, to live than the city of Ottawa. Yes, Ottawa, you're gonna have steady, slow growth for years to come. The capital of Canada is not moving anywhere. It's always going to be in Ottawa. There are no proposals to change it at any time soon. In Kitchener-Waterloo, we're making a name for ourselves here. A few years ago, back in the day when I was just growing up, I used to travel to Toronto quite often, and a lot of people didn't even know where Kitchener was or where Waterloo was. It was just a little farming community out here. Well, in fact, it's not that anymore. It's being developed at such a rapid pace here. The Silicon Valley of the North, high income, high-paying jobs within Kitchener-Waterloo. So if you are betting on a future here, I think you're better off here in Kitchener-Waterloo. Well, it was a close one here, but the points ended up being 5 points for Kitchener-Waterloo, 4 points for Ottawa, and 1 tie. And if you are considering a move here to Kitchener-Waterloo, I would be more than happy to help you. You can book a call in the first link in the description or call, text, or email.